I'd like to share with you a mindfulness exercise that's a good alternative to meditation. It's perfect for days where you feel too busy, too antsy to be able to sit still. And it's also great on days where you just feel in need of some self-care, some self-nurturing, and you've got a little bit of time to be able to just devote to yourself. So just like when we're doing meditation, it's a good idea to make sure you're in a comfortable position, in a place where you won't be disturbed, because this is still meditation in that we're taking our focus and awareness inside rather than a state of flow where often our attention is dragged into something externally. We'll start as we do with meditations by taking a few nice deep breaths. So breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. And just do that another couple of times, paying attention to the shape of the body and the support. Allowing yourself to be supported. And with each out breath, allowing the body to soften. This exercise is about easing tension in the body and promoting a sense of relaxation and well-being. And we're doing that actively through touch and by switching from doing into being. So we're taking our full awareness into the here and now. And this is essentially a senses meditation because we're focusing our full attention on our senses. Okay, so allowing the breathing to return to normal. And if you haven't already got some hand cream, hand lotion, or even some plain old olive oil out the kitchen, just pause and then once you're ready, you can take your chosen oil or lotion. I've actually chosen an oil that I'd picked up on holiday last year in Greece. And I love using that because it's got a really lovely smell. It's an essential oil. I think it's olive oil. And what it means is that as soon as I smell that, I'm instantly taken back to memories of being in Greece in the summer. And that in itself just helped my whole body relax. So we're going to start by putting some cream on the back of our other hand. So automatically I'm going to be pouring onto my non-dominant hand. And what I'd like you to do is just immediately notice the feeling of the cream as it hits the back of your hand. Noticing the change in temperature, the sensation. And I'm just going to rub it together very slightly, just to stop it running off. And then just take a moment to have a smell. Perhaps you too notice some memories coming to mind. Our sense of smell is wired differently, and those memories can just immediately come back to us when we smell something, a fragrance we recognize. Okay, so just checking your shoulders are relaxed, taking your awareness into your hands. And let's just start by just doing some free flow massage. So whatever feels right, the aim is just to rub all that lotion all over our hands and not forgetting our wrists. We want to try and get it all down our wrists as well. Our hands work hard for us every day and they hold a lot of tension from typing, holding phones. So it's really nice just to give them a bit of love and attention and to help release some of that tension. So just go first of all with what feels good, keeping your full awareness on two senses, the sense of smell and also the sense of touch. How does it feel? How do your hands respond? How does your body respond to that sense of touch? And we're going to just start by moving the hands as well. Just moving the wrists, getting some movement in the wrists. And reverse. And then just opening and closing the hands. That feels nice. Doing a combination of both. And then we'll just focus on one hand first. We'll start at our wrists and we'll start in circular movements at our wrists. So we're massaging the inside of our wrist with our thumb. Doesn't need to be hard. It's meant to feel nice. If you feel the urge to go deep, you can. That's not the aim here, it's touch. Noticing how it feels to be receiving this touch as your right hand works in small circles. And there is an acupressure point in your wrist. You may be able to feel a slightly sensitive spot. You can gently massage that, but be gentle here. We don't want to hurt anything. Pain is not the aim of this game. And remembering to do with the other hand in exactly the same way. Circles of the wrist and the back of the wrist. Then you may like to just stretch the wrist out very gently. This in itself doesn't feel particularly nice, so be gentle. And the letting go, the relief of that does feel very nice. We're just stretching out all the fascia and tissues. And that feels nice. Okay, and then let's extend our massage into our hand. So let's just start at the outer part of the hand, rubbing up and down all the way from the wrist and gradually extending that up into the fingers. And then moving on to the next finger, all the way up and down. And notice any urge to rush. Notice your breathing. Are you still breathing? Hopefully, yes. So you can keep your focus on the breath and on that sense of touch as you extend out through all fingers. And then doing that for the other hand, starting at the wrist and moving all the way up the pinky, the ring finger, middle finger, and then finally in the thumb. I'll just keep focus on the thumb for now. And just spend a moment just again rubbing in circles, massaging the base of the thumb. And then swapping to the other thumb. We're doing exactly the same for both. And you can introduce some massage from the fingers as well on the other side. And then take awareness into this little web part in between the thumb and the first finger. And if you dig gently but deeply in between the thumb and the finger, you'll notice a bit of a lip. It's like a little tendon and it feels quite tender. You gently press in there. That's another acupressure point that's said to be good for headaches and sickness. Again, it's a grip it gently for a few seconds, breathing as you do, and then release. You may feel the energy. And then doing the same on the other side. Starting by massaging in the thumb and then getting deep into that pressure point. And then releasing. So now place your thumb in the center of your other hand. Massage in that center point of the palm of the hand. Doing the same for the other hand. And now just free flow, just do what feels good, rubbing both hands together. Breathing in the scent of the oil as you do. And you can gently close your eyes as you do this bit. Enjoying the feeling. I think you can take awareness just into one hand. And then the other, noticing how it feels to give and receive this massage. Noticing the heat between the hands, the energy you've created. Taking that awareness back and the massage back up to the wrists, the whole hands. And then let's rub the hands together a bit more vigorously, creating some heat. And then place them on or near the face. Feeling that heat, feeling that energy you've created. Inhaling the scent of the oil. And then allowing the hands to sit back on the lap. And just notice how it feels. Notice how your hands feel. Notice how your whole body feels. I hope you've enjoyed this mindful hand massage. And the wonderful thing about this is that your body will now remember this as being something very relaxing. And what I like to do is keep this on my desk so that if I have a couple of minutes at the start of the day or in between meetings, I can just spend a couple of minutes massaging my hand and the muscle memory is there and it just instantly relaxes me. Remember, self-care is not self-indulgent. I hope you've enjoyed this. And now would be a perfect time to lie down and do a meditation if you have time. Otherwise, I hope you enjoy the rest of your day.